it's Heather at CanYouCureCancer. Just to stay in line with what I always do, you might hear my French Bulldog slurping in the background. I just like to stay true to who I am. He's my business partner and he will forever be noisy in the background, so I apologize. Today I wanted to take the time to just talk about a company that I have fallen in love with, and I am not just saying this to sell a product. I'm in love with this company. I'm in love with it so much that they are located in Austin, Texas, and I have considered moving there just to apply for a position that they're hiring for currently. They have a head of brand and category strategist position, and I kid you not when I say so close to applying for this because I love this company. I love what they do. I am going to just rave and rave and rave. I'm going to throw you all my ideas, and hey, maybe if they're listening, they might just hire me anyway. But I'll always keep coming back and doing this for you guys because I want you to know about all the amazing products that I find that I love. And this is one that I truly wish I could go back and have done. So if you lost a loved one, I'm assuming, and this doesn't mean that this is just for grief. If you are tuning in on the cancer side of things, still listen to this because it's really interesting. But if you have lost somebody, if you had them buried, I'm sure like me, well, maybe not, unless you've heard about this company before, or heard of what they do. But I believed I don't have the options that other people have to have keepsake jewelry made from their ashes. And I had heard about that, but I thought that I was not somebody who was going to be able to do that myself. So what it is they can use ashes, but keep listening because there's more. So they can use ashes. I think it's about a half of a cup typically, but they can use a whole lot less and do a whole lot more. So just always check in. Don't just assume you don't have what you need. Plus I've got some tips. I mean, you can check your electric shavers. There could be hair in there. Oh, so that's what I was just going to tell you is that even if you're getting your person buried, you can still use their hair. How cool is that? I never thought that was a possibility. So I always thought it would be a beautiful thing to have jewelry made, but I thought that that was not an option for me because I had no ashes. But if only I had known, and I had a long time to figure it out because it was winter time, he couldn't be buried for many months, and I still didn't stumble upon this until right after he was buried. But if I had known, I definitely would have done this. So about a half a cup, hair or ashes, and possibly less, they can create real diamonds. So these are a lot like, you have to look at the website to check it out. I'm going to put the link down below. And it is my affiliate link because I did push and push and push until I became an affiliate. As I told you, I will never just try to sell you something for the sake of making money. So what I did was I researched all of these different companies, all the different keepsake things and memorial type things, and found my absolute favorites. And those are what I pass on to you. So after finding my favorites, then I wiggled back to the company and said, hey, can I become an affiliate for you? And basically I make a commission off of a sale, but it doesn't mean that you're going to pay more. If anything, if I ever get coupons, I like to pass those on. That's how I work as an affiliate. So don't think you're going to pay more just by clicking below in my link, but it will take you right to the right place. And so definitely check them out. They are amazing. And honestly, the company sells itself. I don't even have to say anything, but I love it so much that I want to tell you all my ideas because honestly, I truly believe I have ideas they have not even thought of yet. And I don't know why. So I want to tell you. Okay. So let me start with, they use carbon to make the jewelry. So if you're wondering, how come hair and ashes can both be used, it's basically like a diamond that's made out, in nature. What happens is there's pressure, there's heat, and then you add to that the carbon and time. You gotta wait. I mean, this is just the way it goes. So that would be how it would be made in nature. They've just basically recreated that in a lab and they're doing it in machines. So I know what you're already thinking because I thought the same thing. I was not a fan of sending my sweet husband's remains anywhere. So that was the other thing that came to my mind was like, no way. Like, because what would happen? And some of these companies flat out say, no, none of the remains that were left over would be returned to you, but this company returns them to you. How amazing is that? Not only that, but they videotape every single step of the process. So, when they're putting it into the machine, like every single step is recorded. So you don't have to worry about, are they treating them respectfully? Where are they? What are they doing with them? I know it sounds ridiculous if you have not lost somebody, but this might occur to you of just, what on earth happens when they're out of your hand. Like, I don't know. I just was worried about everything. I'm just a control freak. But I'm telling you right now, this company's top notch, and they even deliver the diamond to your door for free. I mean, the product itself costs a lot. I will say that. Not an extraordinary amount. If you've ever bought a diamond, you know they're expensive anyway, and this is your loved one's remains in a diamond. So this brings me to my next thought and why I wanted you to hang on, even if you weren't here for the grief side of my blog. I wanted you to hear this because why on earth are we waiting for someone to pass? So this was my thought for this company in a whole nother marketing area that they might not have thought of yet, is what about if you have a living loved one that you are connected to in a bond that most people wouldn't understand. And I know this because I had that kind of bond with my husband. And when he was sick and he was in the hospital and I couldn't be with him because of COVID, we had some really hard times where the doctors came in and basically told us there was nothing left that they could. They almost laughed in our face, like, why are you even here? There's nothing that we can do for you. I don't know who sent you here, and I don't know why you think that this is something that could benefit you. Like, we were apart hearing these words for the very first time, almost like scoffed at and laughed in our face. And sorry, it takes me right back. But what I wouldn't have given to be able to have had a diamond that was with him when he was stuck in the hospital and I couldn't be with him, so I have enough hair. I could have donated a half of a cup of hair easily to this process. It's the carbon, that's what they use. So I could have been with him. I could have been in a diamond on a keychain, wherever, even in his wedding band, I could have added a diamond to it. Anything. There's so many ideas. And if it was a woman, a necklace, earrings, so many ways that you could use it. But, pets is another thing. They actually do this with pets as well, which is very cool. I've even decided with Stitch, my little partner in crime, that someday I'd love to have him made into a beautiful little diamond that I could put in the collar of my next pup, so that, his former, his predecessor, I suppose, will always be remembered and just still there with us and part of the family. Especially because I don't know if you've ever talked to your veterinarian's office, but when we did, after our cats died, I can't even tell you, I adored my animals, adore their family. So when our cats died, I was freaking out about having, what do they do with them? And they said, well, do you want them cremated? Would you like the ashes back? All of the things. And we were like, yeah, that would be beautiful. And then they said, well, we'll attempt, because I said, well, how do you make sure that it's, that we're getting ours back? And is there tracking or whatever? And they said, well, actually, they're all put in at the same time and cremated at once. And they do their best to try to give you a majority of your own pet. But for me, no. There's some dogs down the street that I definitely wouldn't want to be having sitting on my mantle. So anyway, I thought it was a beautiful thing for pets as well. But then my ideas just keep going with this company. So if you have somebody overseas who's in the military and you can't be with them, what a beautiful gift this would be. For the person that's overseas to give to the person that's at home, maybe. If you have a twin or a best friend that you just have an unbreakable bond with. I'm trying to think of all the different ideas that I've had. A graduation day after a parent has passed. But probably my favorite, and this was just, I don't know how this came to me, but I just really feel strongly that every girl wants their daddy walking them down the aisle. And I know so many people who have lost their dad before that day comes, or before they've even met the man of their dreams. And if you've not met your husband yet, but then you don't have your dad with you, that breaks my heart. So I was thinking, what an amazing, amazing gift for the men out there. Listen to this. This is a fantastic gift because I would have loved it. If you had the dad's ashes made into an engagement ring. So when you gave the woman of your dreams that engagement ring, she's wearing that down the aisle. Her daddy is still walking her down the aisle. And I just think that, to me, that is so beautiful. I can't think of a more amazing way to just honor and just show. It's just like asking for permission from a parent. Like, what better way than to just honor him in such a special way? So, and when you're already buying an engagement ring, you're already going to be spending money on a diamond anyway. So it's a beautiful time to incorporate this, and just an amazing, amazing gift for your future wife that she could never have imagined or seen coming. So I love that idea. You're welcome. Not for you, I mean to the company that created this, Eternova. So anyway, look below. As I said before, the link is down below, and I'd love if you'll use my affiliate link. I'm just trying to think if there's any other things. Oh, I should go over the religious piece of this. A lot of people probably wonder about that as well. There are religions that don't allow cremation. So again, the hair solves that problem. There also are situations where they say that if you do cremate somebody, that the ashes should still be buried in a traditional manner. In that case, again, you might be able to find out from them if you could take some ashes out first, or just take the hair prior to their cremation, and then you can do that. Another wonderful idea that, well, just something else that I wanted to bring up is that I know that some people I know want to someday have their ashes scattered over the ocean, a beautiful place where they used to, you know, be together, or a special place that they used to drive to. There's so many beautiful ways that people want to respect and, you know, just do a beautiful memorial to the person that they loved. My thoughts there is that you still have that opportunity to do that. We're not talking about all of the ashes here by any means. It is just a small amount, although you do want to consider every ring that you might want or diamond that you might want in the future. So, you know, let's say you have 2 kids, and you might want to make sure that if you made something for yourself, maybe you kept a little bit for each of them as well, just so they have that option. I don't know. A lot to think about for sure, but I wouldn't say that your idea just disappears with this product at all. As a matter of fact, I just find it so cool to think that what would you do with those ashes otherwise? You would put them in an urn on your mantle, and then they would sit there for generations. Now imagine you pass away, then your kids get it, and maybe it ends up on their mantle, and then their kids. The connection slowly over generations is lost. You know, yeah, you might know these are my great-great-great-grandparents' ashes, but what do you do with them? And do you keeping them? Do you dispose of them? Do you let them go somewhere beautiful? But what I'm getting at here is that if you have an opportunity to make this person into a diamond, I mean, I don't know anybody who gets a diamond passed down to them from a past generation who doesn't feel like this is the most beautiful gift they've ever had, because you are getting a piece of that person as wearable art. I mean, how amazing is that? Right over your heart, you could wear them, keep them so close to your heart forever. And that's amazing to me. So yeah, there's just a lot to think about. I know there is, but this company, it solves all the problems of like worrying about how they're going to be treated. It takes care of making sure you're going to get the rest of the remains back, and in an amazing way. The beautiful diamonds they make, you got to look it up. They have all these colors. They have greens, blacks, reds. I mean, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I think if you check out the site, you're going to be moved like I was. I'm sure there's all kinds of different videos and things you can watch from people that have gone through this and have received remains of their loved ones, and just how moving it was for them. So just look down below and click on the affiliate link, check it out for yourself, see what you think, let me know. But again, whether or not you've lost somebody or just going through an illness like cancer, and you just want to have a little piece of one of you close to the other one at all times so you can feel bonded that way, or you have a kid going off to college and you know you had or you have twins going in separate parts of the country, or whatever. There's a million ways you could do this, and I love this company. I would love to work for this company, is how much I love them, because the people are real people. They're amazing. Actually, they were even featured on Shark Tank, and I think Mark Cuban is one of the investors. So it's just a worthy company that you really should look at before you make a decision, but just wanted to let everybody know. All right, take care, and I will see you on my blog. Thanks a lot from Can You Cure Cancer? Bye.